When you woke this morning, really woke, something inside the room changed. Not the light, not the furniture. Something inside you loosened, like a string released. For a second, the busy story in your head fell quiet, and you tasted a strange, vast silence. In that silence, you felt two things at once: the smallness of your name and the enormity of everything that made you. You felt the city breath as if it were your own. You felt the sun's history in the warmth on your skin. In that moment, you were not merely someone in the world, you were the world noticing itself. This is not some trick of language. This is the quiet hinge where the universe remembers itself through you. You sit up. The familiar items, the mug, the chair, the cracked tile, are anchors to a life you know. But inside your chest, there is a map older than your memories. The blood that warms you is older than language. The breath you hold for a moment is the same air the first lungs of this planet learned to move. You live in a small room with a small life, and yet within that small life is a system of histories. Your parents, their parents, the language you use, the songs you carry, the microbes that never left. Your body is an archive, your thoughts a river with currents pulled from far away. When you truly look, you realize the private is not private. Your small sorrow is threaded through climates and seasons, through migrations and moments when stars exploded to make the iron now humming in your veins. There is no absolute boundary between you and what you call outside. The boundary is useful, a tool, but not the final truth. Waking is not only an act, it can be an event. There are ordinary wake-ups, eyes open, coffee made, day resumed. And then there are wake-ups where the mechanism of I clicks and you see its gears. You have had them, a sudden clarity when you step out and the world seems to rearrange itself to show you how everything belongs. Perhaps it happened on a walk, or while washing dishes, or in the middle of panic when time thins and you can finally see the frame around your life. When you wake like this, you are not being given a new thing to carry. You are being reminded of what was already true, that the sense of separation is a practical illusion, useful for acting in the world, but not the whole of reality. It is like walking through fog until a wind blows and the shore appears. The shore was always there, you were simply in the mist. Your mind is a storyteller. It stitches moments into a line. I was born, I loved, I failed, I must become. This story is powerful. It helps you navigate, it helps you plan, it helps you survive. But stories also narrow. They hold the infinite in a fist and call it me. Notice how quickly you judge a morning as good or bad, how fast you decide this is a day to win or a day to lose. Those are narrative muscles at work. They were built for a particular job, to protect, to predict, but they were never designed to be the total map of existence. What if you let the story be a story and not the room you live in? What if you could watch the narrator speak and smile at the cleverness of its voice. That watching is the first step toward waking. It lets you choose when to act and when to simply witness. Step into your body with attention. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the tilt of your head. Now imagine, each atom that makes you was once part of a star. The same cosmic fires that flung elements across space shaped the stuff you are made of. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the carbon in your cells, each has a lineage of supernovas and slow coolings and patient chemistry. So when you breathe, you inhale a memory. When your heart slows, it reenacts the rhythm of ancient oceans. Life is not an intrusion into the universe. Life is the universe folding back on itself and starting to look. Consciousness is not alien to matter. It is the very next gesture of matter learning to understand. You are not standing on the universe as its guest. You are a continuation of its movement. The way wave is part of the ocean. That realization is not meant to make you small. It is meant to reset your sense of belonging. There's a movement inside you that is older than your ambitions. The impulse to engage, to play, to respond. Life is not a problem to be solved. It is a pattern to be moved with. You were not designed to control every note. You were designed to dance along with them. When you try to freeze the music by planning every outcome, by clinging to certainty, you stiffen. The dance becomes awkward. But when you loosen, when you allow small failures and small joys to pass through, something graceful happens. You find a rhythm where you thought there was only chaos. You are allowed to be clumsy. You are allowed to lose steps. The point is not perfection. The point is participation. The universe does not demand that you solve it, only that you show up and move. This realization can be soft, or it can be practical. The art is to let it change what you do. Here's how you begin. First, create small wakes. Sit for 5 minutes and watch your breathing like a guest. Let thoughts come and go. Let the narrator talk. Don't feed it every line. Second, shift language. Replace "I am trapped" with "I am experiencing containment." Replace "I must" with "I choose." Language shapes reality. Third, remember scale when it helps. When anxiety tightens, call to mind the slow patience of rocks and stars. When gratitude swells, let it be big enough to fill your chest. Finally, live like the universe is a home, not a problem. Ask, what action moves the situation toward creativity and care? That's usually a good step. When you woke this morning and the quiet touched you, that was not a random kindness. It was the universe recognizing its own face in you. You are both tiny and immense. You are fragile and indestructible. Fragile in form, indestructible in essence. Carry this with you like a lantern. Walk through your day knowing you are not outside of things, but inside them. A note in a song without composer. A wave in an ocean that is also looking back. Breathe and listen. The world is not something you move through.
It is something moving through you. And every time you wake, the universe remembers itself all over again. So wake, look, dance, be the song.